Welcome back to this final part of the Cool FAB Racing British Minibikes Championship here at Round 6 at Wilton Mill. It's Minimoto Pro up next. Earlier, I spoke to one of the new boys. Rossi, you've been racing in the Minimoto Championship. Minimoto Pro you came straight into. You've been doing that for a couple of months now, but tell us where you started your biking experience first.
At Swindon, Karting and Ammering.
So you started there, you've come straight into Minimoto Pro. Now that's quite a big leap because you're coming into a class where you've got riders with a lot more experience than you. So I'd expect you to struggle early on. But how have you found the experience so far? You've been enjoying it?
Yeah, it's been amazing so far.
And what are you hoping to learn over the rest of the season and into next year?
To keep up the pace and trying to get a podium.
And I think your plan next year will be to go, is it Mini GP 50 or 70 next year?
Mini GP 70.
Why would you go Mini GP 70 instead of starting on the 50 first?
Because they're a bit smaller than me and my ratio on that bike would be a little bit different.
Okay, well this weekend, Wilton Mill, you been here before?
Yeah, only a couple times because it's a bit far away.
Okay, and what are you hoping for this weekend? What will be a good result for you this weekend?
Top 10.
Okay, well good luck.
Thanks.
Top 10, pretty ambitious in a field of this quality. I will say this, for all of the kids who are new to the championship like Rossi, it's okay going and practising at a karting centre. Scott Redding runs a great academy there for the young kids, teaching them how to ride, but there's no substitute, Jake, for racing. And the problem with that is you have to pretty much do it on the job here in the championship. So expect to see a lot of these riders new to the championship well down the field, maybe being lapped. That's just the nature of it. Here we go.
Top 6 on the grid, Johnny Garness and Ross Maguire on the front row from Ollie Walker and Eddie O'Shea, Josh Bannister and Charlie Tilley. Here we go, good start from Garness, cracking getaway from Eddie O'Shea. Ross Maguire's almost being left behind there, drops to 4th position. I think that's Charlie Tilley that's come through to 3rd position. Eddie O'Shea, 2nd position, giving chase to Johnny Garness from pole position as they run to Christmas for the first time. Textbook getaway for Garness. Work to do for Maguire, but they all work their way through. Clean start and an absolutely cracking battle in the offing.
Yeah, Maguire had a poor start by his standards, and so did Ollie Walker. Walker looking down the inside and gets it done. So Walker back through to 4th place. Charlie Tilley there in 3rd, got an absolutely cracking start on the 95 bike. 3rd on track, he's 19th in the championship. He'll be having a nosebleed, he's that far up the field here.
Well, I have to say, Charlie Tilley is one of those riders who we think are going to be a little bit like Rossi Bannon. Now, Rossi, of course, has made the transition from karting to motorbikes, as several riders do. And we were talking about this earlier. We've seen riders develop over the course of their competitive careers, and many of these riders will go from being lapped one season to dominating in the next season. Let's look at Cameron Sewell, for example.
Cameron Sewell just going through the picture there, I think, on the 100 bike. Yeah, he was being lapped one season. I remember at Lyd when we were filming. The following season, he won the championship.
So many riders will obviously learn their craft by racing, and Rossi Bannon, who we heard from earlier, one of them, doing a good job, I have to say, making his way, picking off a couple of bikes as he goes through in the opening stages, in the battles there as well. Garness is your leader, O'Shea 2nd from Tilley and Walker, battling away over 3rd position. That is Mason Foster having worked his way into 5th position. So Ross Maguire down to 6th, battling with Josh Bannister. 8th position, well, it's a black bike with black numbers on it. That's not the smartest choice, I have to say. I think that's James Cook.
Adam Cook, take notice. Black numbers on a black bike, never good for the commentators. Thank you. That's Ross Maguire picked out there in 6th place, 2nd in the championship.
Right, let's look back beyond the black machine of James Cook, we think, anyway. Taylor Stewart Campbell is next, then Dylan Mellor. Then it's Hitchcock, so Ryan Hitchcock has worked his way forward in front of Jimmy Parker. And then we've got Owen Mellor, Troy Jeffrey, and the man we were talking about earlier, lapped one season, dominant the next, Cameron Sewell. Hang on a minute, that's the Terminator in 3rd position. Ollie Walker has obviously made the move there on our former 3rd place man, Charlie Tilley, up at Oblivion. So he obviously dived down the inside, flat on the throttle, and made the move into 3rd position. Good work. Mason Foster in 5th position is the next man to try it. But what a move there from the Terminator.
Yeah, looks like he made that move through turn 1, we think. So up to 3rd place for Ollie Walker. And he's pulled a good gap. He's chasing 2nd now.
Up towards the toe. He's chasing down there on the 2nd place man. O'Shea.
Oh,
no, poor Charlie Tilley. Oh, look, he's punching the bike. What is the matter with you? Poor Charlie Tilley.
Sickner. He's doing so well this weekend as well. But again, Jake, got to take the positives out of it. It was going well. He knows that. It's not his fault.
No, indeed. Not his fault at all. His riding has been exceptional this weekend. Look how close Ollie Walker is getting to Eddie O'Shea in second position. He is absolutely on the charge here for second place. But absolutely right, a howler for Charlie Tilley. His riding cannot be questioned. He's absolutely been on a march today. And it's a real shame to see him pulling off to the side of the circuit with something he cannot help. So let's look at this battle again then. Garness is pulling away out in front. Ollie Walker definitely now starting to gain inroads into O'Shea as they go down the back straight. Ollie Walker definitely threatening for second position now. Here comes Josh Bannister up the inside of Ross McGuire. No, you don't. Very convincing move there from McGuire. What do you think? My eyes are painted on. You're not getting through that gap.
Well, Josh Bannister actually was in front there, but McGuire just came straight across and chopped his nose off. And Bannister had to drop out of it.
Magnificent battle here in the entire field, actually. We look all the way through the grid and there's still some great battles. Walker making the bid for second. He's going to do that, surely. Beautiful overtake there into Christmas. Thank you very much. And Ollie Walker is definitely on a charge.
He said he'd be back, and he is back. He's in second place. He'd like to go one further, but I'm not sure he's going to have time to close down on the lead. A little look over his shoulder there to see where Eddie is, and Eddie's right there.
Yeah, Eddie is not going to give up on this. Second position is where he wants to be. Third position is where he currently is. And Ollie Walker has snatched it from him. Don't even think about me just letting you have it on a silver plate. I am going to push for it. He goes into the ankle, into the toe of the boot. And they're working very hard indeed to close down on the leader as well. Look at this fourth position squabble, though. This is very tight indeed as the riders come out of the corner, led by Mason Foster. Taylor Stewart Campbell has joined the back of the queue there, chasing after Josh Bannister as they try and get closer. That is Ross McGuire in fifth position, as we know. Mason Foster leads the way in that battle for fourth place. Then it is McGuire, then Bannister, and then Taylor Stewart Campbell, who of course is the brother of Bailey.
Through the left flick after Christmas corner, the right-hander there is Inkermans. That's Ollie Walker under severe pressure here from Eddie O'Shea. The one thing we know about Eddie is he's a hard charger. He's not going to give up this second place easily.
Bannister's going for McGuire. McGuire resists again as they go through Parker that time. Bannister definitely getting racy on the back of McGuire. But I think Ross has realised, right, I need to make a move here on the fourth place man, Mason Foster. I need to do something about it. Otherwise, I'm going to lose fifth place to Josh Bannister. This is a cracking battle for fourth position behind our squabble for second. Walker and O'Shea in second and third. But these guys having a great run as McGuire, look, he gets a great exit out of the corner to close up on Mason Foster. It's Foster, McGuire, Bannister and Stuart Campbell with the 8th position scrap still going on there, led I believe by James Cook.
We believe it's James Cook, Jake, because it looks like black numbers on a black bike. I'm never letting Adam Cook forget that.
Well,
never.
I think he's scrapping with Dylan Mellor, but it's hard to tell because obviously the sun coming down as well. It's making some of the numbers very difficult to read. But yes, if you put black numbers on a black bike, that is almost impossible. As we start to work through traffic, that is Ollie Walker and Eddie O'Shea getting through.
They made short work of him, didn't they?
Well, they did indeed, but as we said before, everybody's got to start somewhere, and next year that will probably be a race winner. Who is that coming towards us as he learns his way? Well, the fourth place battler getting by no problem at all, but the one who's being impeded, not being able to catch the traffic at the right time.
Taylor Stewart Campbell,
That is Taylor Stewart Campbell. Into the last lap we go. Ollie Walker in second position, holding on in front of Eddie O'Shea for the moment. But there is your leader out in front, 57, Johnny Garness, just cruising around the circuit here as he goes through Christmas. Quick flick over the shoulder just to have a look and see where everybody is. Don't worry, Johnny, you've got this one. Down into Ashby. Perfect balance and composure. He's really read the situation of the race well. And again, he's barely made a mistake since the start.
Be interesting to see what he does next year, Johnny Garness. He should be ready for the move up to Mini GP50, whether he'll still race. He may still race in this class, of course. He may only race in this class, but I think he's ready for that move to Mini GP50. I know he will be. He'll be battering his dad now to buy him one.
Out of the final turn, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny. Beautiful move down the straight as he puts one hand in the air. Thanks very much for the memories, guys. That's my victory. Brilliant result. A fantastic win for Johnny Garness in front of Ollie Walker and Eddie O'Shea. 4th position over the line. Ross Maguire beats Mason Foster in the final closing stages of the race. Josh Bannister 6th from Taylor Stewart Campbell from Cook. Dylan Mellor and Jimmy Parker rounding out the top 10. In the championship fight, it is still that man, Ross Maguire, who leads the championship in front of Johnny Garness, but the gap is just 12 points with 2 rounds to go. Eddie O'Shea and Ollie Walker are tight for 3rd.
That's all from round 6. Join us again at round 7, the penultimate round, where we will be at the magnificent Glynigors Park circuit in North Wales within the foothills of Snowdonia National Park. It's the most beautiful karting centre in the world. See you then.